Okay, I can't believe we're at the last episode of Me and Thee. Peach wakes up and he hears lots of noise coming from downstairs. When he goes downstairs, he sees Thee with a lot of worker people organized, actually packing up his stuff. Because when he confronts Thee, Thee said that he is preparing to move the house. How the hell is he planning to move the house? I don't know, even though he did not confirm this low movement with Peach. Peach is shocked. Peach stops people because he didn't confirm any of this. Let's be honest. Peach was invited to stay over at Thee's house. So Peach agrees, but Thee took it a whole lot level because he wants to stay closer to Peach. So he's decided that he wants to move the entire house that Peach lives in to be closer to Thee. I get it. Peach do love the house, but that don't mean you have to move the entire house. Okay, so the final episode is called Panorama. Panorama in photography is basically seeing one image, like the big wide thing, like seeing the entire thing. But knowing that your phone doesn't do that, what they do is they have like a system in the phones where you take a picture and then you freeze it and then you drag it out longer, then you freeze it at that, and then you drag it and you freeze it. It's like seeing a whole wide lens, if that makes sense. You're standing or sitting in a whole Mount Fuji area and you want to see the entire thing through your eyes or through the people's eyes. You take a panorama view. Okay, that makes no sense, but it's like a wide angle image. And to be honest, while Thee's explaining all of this situation to Peach, Mark is over here trying to, calm the situation down, which technically is not. He's just making it worse by taking over the conversation by explaining even more details to make it even worse to Peach. Okay, so we're back at Thee's place, and Thee's very sad because he didn't get to move the house that he originally wanted because Peach is not happy with that decision. Peach is telling Thee that he shouldn't be upset because he's gonna be living, well, not living, temporary. He has some of his stuff at Thee's place, but Thee's not happy. He wants to permanently move Peach next to him. He knows how much he cares about the house, but also he wants to be able to also make his sister move because there are two things that Peach cares about: his sister and the house. But Peach is telling Thea that he doesn't have to do all that. Plus, they didn't even talk to his sister about all this negotiation or plan that Thea has. It's cute how he's trying to use his cute self, trying to get his way, but it's not gonna pass Peach. But Thea is happy to know that Peach is gonna stay and go back and forth. Either way, he's gonna stay here with him. But he's also happy that they need to have a conversation with Peach's sister. If she's okay, then maybe they can permanently stay in Thea's house while still has the house that they live in now. Now, while Thea and Peach are being lovey-dovey, you have Mock out the door listening to every cute look at his hair, so it's red. Listening how cute they are. Then got interrupted by Rome. Yes, Rome is here. I assuming the father is there too, because it's a special moment. You hardly see Rome unless the entire family or Rome decided to come. I don't know, but Rome decided to come, and the first person he comes to see is his man. Okay, so Rome is being the Rome he is, being flirty and also being nice to Mark. Mark is trying to ignore the old thing because he knows how Rome is. Then, while Mark walked off, Rome kind of shouted, saying that he's this close to graduating. So, you know what that means? It means that Rome, after graduating, he can be finally free, where the family probably will ship him to some country or something to branch in business, because let's be honest, the parents or the father really do that because one is in Thailand, they're living in Japan, and the other one, we don't know where they're going to ship him. He's basically branching out the Lee family while they make their own business. But that's not why Rome is saying that. Rome approached Mark saying that maybe if he can just quit working for Thee and he can come with him, but Mark, being the loyal friend and bodyguard and secretary he is, he will never quit the job for working with Thee. Even though it is an option and he's this close to doing it, but he's a loyal person. He's not gonna do that. Then it's the next day, and of course, Peach is helping his man to get ready for work, but Peach is not going to accompany him, even though Thea wants to plan like a dinner date. But Peach says he can't because he has plans with his sister to do a sleepover. But if Thea's ever free, and before he even could say any more sentences, Thea say he's coming. Dude, do you not understand the man that you're dating? He will drop everything for you, and I mean everything for you. Okay, so even though Peach as planned, Peach did go to the company the man drives, and everyone knew that he was accompanied by his man, even no trying to tease Peach. Anyways, Peach said he bought coffee for everyone, but he only came here to tell his sister that he's going to the orphanage because someone is going to adopt one of the kids. I can't remember if it was the girl or the boy, which is causing a bit of a worrisome for both of them because we already know what happened the last time. And the thing is, no one is gonna adopt two kids. They're gonna adopt one. When it comes to the orphanage and you know you're more than one, like you have a sister or you have multiple brothers and you want to be close together to be adopted, the chances of you getting adopted all is very thin. Very thin. Okay, on his way out, Peach spots Aaron and Tawan coming in. Aaron said the reason why he came to the company because he has to talk about a contract that he signed or something like that. But also, Peach noticed that Aaron is not alone, he's with Tawan. I am glad that Tawan's not going to cause problems because, let's be honest, we don't need that problem anymore. Also, I did watch a TikToker gave us notice that in this drama, Santa was wearing a cast the entire time and we didn't even know. And now I realize that Homeboy's been wearing long sleeve the whole time, except for now. He's completely. But after Adam left, Tawan decided that he wants to have a private conversation with Peach. He basically apologized for how he treated Peach over the time that he knew him, and then Peach apologized for what Tawan is going through with his family. Tawan says basically has nothing to apologize for. It's basically his consequences and his family's consequences, and he has to face it. Then Pete said he needs to treat Adam well because this is basically last chance that Tawan is getting, and if he messed this up, he may lose Aaron forever. And we all know how much Tawan loves and cares for Aaron, so he better not mess up. Okay, so elsewhere in the office, Peach's sister is told that the boss needs to speak to her urgently. Honestly, I thought everyone knew that Peach is dating the boss, but the way they're doing this, maybe it's just they don't know. Only Plop and Note knows, I guess. I don't know. They acted like they know. So when Plop got in there, including Mark, because the thing is, Mark doesn't even know what the problem is. So when they got in there, they saw T. And T's basically telling them he needs both their help on a project that he needs done. Now both Mark and Plop thought that it has to do with the company's spring collection or the collection for winter, or any collection at all. But the thing is, it has nothing to do with the company itself. Okay, so Bob is at Peach home and they're literally, because of the sleepover, they have to have dinner, right? And Bob is on the phone with Dee. They're still talking about the plan because basically this plan has to do with Peach. But they need to get this plan done because Peach needs to know what to do. What the plan is, we don't know. But I do notice one thing. Throughout the entire dinner and the plate washing, I realized something. Plop only was focusing on getting closer to Peach's hand. It was then I realized, does it have something to do with proposal? Because that's the only thing I can think of with doing with hands. Unless it's bracelet, you don't need bracelet anything. You just buy a bracelet and it fits, right? Maybe Thea wants Peach's measurement of his wedding ring, and the closer they get to that, they'll get to know what ring that Thea would buy for him. So it's an engagement. That's what I got so far throughout the whole thing. Okay, so forget about the whole hand problems. They're sitting down and they're talking, and Peach is telling Plop that Thee's mother would love to meet is Peach's sister, because ever since Thee's mother know about Peach having a sister, the entire thing is that the mother really wants to have a daughter around her. So she wants to meet the sister so badly. The sister agreed because she wants to meet the lifestyle that she will be having eventually in the future. One girl even said she loved it because she gets to get a big whole salmon, and then Thea walks in and said he will buy 10 more in her honor. And I'm like, dude, do you have a spare key now? Okay, after that, we got up to Peach's room. I still, why can't they change that tiny bed? It's two persons sleeping on the bed. But then again, Thee's not complaining. Anyways, so Peach is on the phone with his ex, business of course. But of course, Thea is jealous that you're talking to your ex. But besides the point, am I the only one that noticed that Thea is wearing a shirt and it's the only thing that doesn't have his name on it? Then later, T got a text from Peach's sister saying that their plan failed, so they have to go to plan B. Okay, plan B was so simple that I'm shocked that Peach did not catch on. Anyways, Peach is playing his handpan, which to Thea is a turtle shell, but he's playing his handpan and Thea just stretched out trying to go for his ring finger just to get a measurement by wrapping his own hand around it and taking it off, sliding it off, have a little, oh, you know, like when you say okay, that's basically his measurement. It was so simple, Peach did not catch on. It's the next day and I was right, it's engagement ring. So Mark, Pub and Thea are in the office room, and Mark is asking Thea the measurement of Peach's hand so he can go to any jewelry store to actually bring out the size. But the thing is, when Thea was holding out his hand like a bit of a O, they thought it was a okay, but it's actually the size and the only way you could get Peach's size, which is pretty much it's not gonna help. So since that plan failed, they decided to just do any size. And when I mean any size, homeboy is willing to waste all his money to build ring in all size so he can find the perfect one for Peach. Okay, it's finally the time for the parents to meet Plum, which is Peach's sister, which technically it's only the mother is there because Rome and the father went back to do business. So it doesn't matter because the mother really wanted to meet the sister overall. So basically it's a win-win. Well, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree when it comes to the Lee family, because tell me why Thea's mother out here saying that she's willing to buy Peach's sister a big house or a land, but the land that she chose is too small when Thea talked about it, and Thea and his mother negotiate a one bigger land that they own. And then Peach's sister looking at him and he's like, are they playing Monopoly? And I'm like, poor girl, you don't realize that Monopoly in their head is literally real Monopoly. They literally is negotiating prices here. I get it, you're not used to it, but you'll get used to it. Peach can, so can you, because honestly, when they talk, when the Lee family talks, they really mean it, especially when it comes to money. They really mean it. They tell no lies or no jokes. Okay, after their so-called Monopoly talk, Peach's sister went with Thea's mother, and Peach is kind of worried that his sister is with his mother, but Thea's like, you have nothing to worry about, my mother is good. Next thing you know, Peach's sister coming out with a hairstyle that she genuinely likes. Honestly, I know she's big in this show, but why is she acting so kitty in this one? I mean, she's cute, I give her that. The mother said she tried to negotiate with Peach's sister on like properties or money or stuff like that. But Peach's sister said she doesn't want any of that. She just wants a hairstyle. That's when Thea looked at his mother and said, now you understand. There are some things our money cannot buy. And to be honest, it's true. You can't pay them enough to fake it or love it. They will generally tell you that, hey, this is what I want or this is what I love. And I'm glad that Thea actually got that love. The love that nobody can buy. And plus, he got mocked. You can't buy friendship like that either. Okay, I think it's best to tell you that we're still in the planning stage because now that we have well, the decision of the type of ring or the size rings that we want. Now T is deciding that he wants to make it even more further than make a personalized song that he himself will write, because remember, T is a type of person who likes to do things authentic. Like, he likes personal stuff, but he also like original things. Meanwhile, Peach went to the company because his sister called him and saying that her car broke down and she needs help at something at the office. But as soon as he got there, things got strange. Like, for example, he got into the elevator and he pushed the number 24 in the elevator, which would lead him to the 24th floor. Instead, the elevator went all the way to the 32nd floor, which basically the roof. That's suspicious number one. But here's the thing that I would never do that Peach did. Peach got out of the elevator and walk toward the building roof. Like, I would never do that. You don't even know what to expect, but you're just walking. This is the only thing you'll see in movies and dramas. When Peach got to the roof, he saw a stereo box, a camera, and 3 people monitoring the DJ booth. Note, his sister and Mock. And the 4th person is basically the stage owner, and singing is Thee. Now, this is exactly the song that Thee wrote it himself, and he's singing it because when you listen, normally I don't listen to the lyrics. I would just skip the whole thing just to talk. But listening to the lyrics is basically telling him the things that he went through with Peach. Everything is written by this boy, and every time you read the lyrics, you'll see that they went through all this. I remember when I said there was a camera. Well, Thee is definitely using that camera to live stream the entire moment. Everyone is watching it. The orphanage, the mother of the orphanage, the 2 kids, Thee's family, everyone is watching. After the music is done, that's when he popped the question. I ain't gonna lie to you, Lone Boy spent every single money on this. He got drones to be out here talking about, will you marry me? Like, seriously, I love that. Is this real though? I don't know if it's green screen. I love it. Okay, let's go back to the live feed here. The part where they put out the entire building having the live feed. Any building with big screen TV, everyone can see it. But what I'm kind of confused is that in the pilot, there weren't any screen. It was like a poster showing the picture of Peach's face. Why is it a big screen now? He said yes, people. He said yes. Everyone posted it too. The proposal event is over. Everyone went home, leaving just the 2 engaged couple. Peach gets to know that the song that Thee sang, he wrote it personally himself. And even though this just happened, it's so unreal because Peach couldn't. He didn't imagine growing up and actually getting married and form a family of his own. Everything's moving so darn fast because the next thing you know, we're at a wedding, people. I'm like, how many years or months have passed? The hell? We're literally wedding. I'm shocked. I'm really shocked. Anyways, little people comes because remember, we're mafia. We can't trust any people in our circles in these trenches here. Anybody could be our enemy. So the little people, the better. Okay, so they're both saying their vows, and it's so cute because he's making his vow. He's saying that he will make sure the life that we have will be simple, not too much. We won't spending too much money. We won't be wasting stuff. Then they did a flashback on all the things that he did, so he's trying to tell him that he won't do that he did before. And Peach is saying that he will learn to adapt with Thee, and he won't be laughing at all the silly stuff that he says because all the silly stuff is real and he's serious about it. But also, what I don't like is that why is Thee wearing a suit and Peach not? Peach is just wearing a normal white clothes. So even though they notice the important people in their life are at the wedding, Thee is looking at Peach and saying that they're missing someone. And then the orphanage mother came with the 2 kids, and Peach ran to them and is like, why are you here? The little boy said, the reason we're here is because Dad told us to come. Dad came for us. And I'm like, huh? Peach looked around and Thee said, I'm their dad. Thee adopted the 2 kids because remember, we know that Peach finds them important in his life. So yeah, the reason that he adopted the two kids is because, let's be honest, Peach loves these two, but he also is worried about these two because no matter what, when they're about to get adopted, no one wants to adopt them together. They want to separate them, and Peach's sister doesn't want that. So the only way they can be together if someone adopt them, but no one will, right? Until Thea decided that he wants to adopt them. Everything is moving fast. They got engaged. They got married. They already got kids. They didn't even reach the honeymoon phase and they already have kids. They form a family already. Let's be honest, these parents already became grandparents before it ever even started. This part is so cute and important that I had to add this on, but it's either Pond improvised these words or the kids did not understand the thing he said because Thea looked at the kids and said, "Call me daddy." I'm like, okay, I'll call you daddy. If that was improvised, that was good. If it was not, then the kids did not understand that English. Today's night, and the mother who was originally dancing with Peach decided to sit down because she's tired, and she talked to Peach saying that she's glad that they can finally find a dance partner because his practice has improved. If you guys remember this moment, which was in episode 3 when the mother was dancing with her son, and she was basically explaining that one day when he falls in love and finds someone to dance with, they will be so in sync that he won't be stepping on anyone's toes anymore. And at that time, the mother did not know that Thea already has fallen in love with Peach. Meanwhile, everyone is enjoying their moment. Thea is talking to his father. His father is basically saying that he's proud of Thea because he has done things that he would never do, and this is something that he needs to improve on. His father basically said something about missing the being here, and Thea said that he has a home here if he wants to move back, indicating that he doesn't want his father to be far from him and stay at this place. I'm assuming he agrees because he clicked the glass to drink. Then we see Peach's sister dancing with Thea's little brother, and she's basically telling him that, hey, I know your relationship with Mark, and she can kind of help him out through the whole thing. Considering he said to her that he's about to graduate soon and he will probably ship to some other places. So she's like, dude, this could be your only chance to actually negotiate something. Then we see Thea talking to Mark. Thea basically gave Mark a letter of resignation, telling him he's firing him. But even within his heart, Mark thinks that he's officially fired and he must have done something wrong. But Thea indicates to Mark that he wants to fire him because now that everything is over and he feels like everyone is safe, Mark should be free. Now that Mark is free to do and go wherever he wants, here comes Rome with the help of Peach's sister, who found out that Mark is finally free from the work that he's doing for Thea. He offers for Mark to work with him just to get closer to each other. And being the Mark that he is, he's going to be professional and say, "We can't be like this, Mr. Rome." Okay, we finally get that dance that Thea's been practicing with his mother for. Turns out great, he didn't step on Peach's toes. The reason why Peach's sister covering these kids' eyes is because they accidentally saw their daddy kissing Peach, and she had to tell them that no, they're not kissing, they're talking. Girl, the boy is old enough to know what kiss is. The little girl, you can tell that too. Okay, we finally got to see the Peach collection. That scent that Thea's working on. Yeah, but it turns out Peach said this doesn't have peach scent. Even though Thea's like, it has the perfect scent that I want, which is peach, but not the collection. It's actually the person Peach. The way he said it was so smutty. After the little shower or bath, Thea really wants to get into that honeymoon phase, but before they could even do that, Thea forgot one thing. He recently became a daddy, so now their kids are knocking at their door because they want to sleep with them. Poor Thee, this whole parenting thing is new to him. He thought he could just adopt them because they can have a wonderful place to stay. No, you are a father now. Nothing is private and nothing is free. You don't have a free time when you're a parent, unless you're growing up and they move out of the house or they go to like school or something like that. Other from that, you have no private or free moment. Get used to it. We got special clip or end credit scene now I call it, but I kind of disappointed in this one because they're there and they're talking to the AI computer thing, asking questions on ideas what to do as a newlywed couple, right? But the thing is, didn't we see this in a pilot that they were in the pool, not here? That's the part that I am disappointed in. I was originally gearing up for the pool, but then again, there's a lot of things changed from the pilot to the actual drama. But anyways, isn't it daytime? Why do we need candles in day? This is the part that cracked me the hell up because he asked the AI computer for ideas and the AI said, make a movie or drama out of you. Homeboy called the CEO of GMM TV and bought the building and called it GMM TV. Homeboy took that thing seriously. Wow. You know what's funny? He really took that idea because he went to the screenwriters and all the producers to make a drama out of it. You know, what I don't understand though, or kind of understand, is that when they were posting all over Instagram, TikTok, they were giving us int. We just didn't get it. After GMMTV posted this, so I'm wondering if this is true or this is just for the show that Thee is about to do. Because if it's true, I want to see the story of Peach and me, but I want to see Rome and Mock. Is there ever going to be a Rome and Mock? Because if this is true, this is season 2. Okay guys, that is the end of episode 10, the final episode of Me and Thee, and my final recap of this drama. It was definitely a roller coaster, but a very fun episode to watch. Honestly, I love it. Now my question is, where can I get me a Thee? Because if I'm with a Thee like this one, I'll be mentally, financially, and physically stable and financially well off. I'm like, I will be completely happy. Like, give me a Thee like him.